I know it says it's pre-washed, but I'm still gonna wash it and sift through it just because I don't always trust it. This stuff is pretty clean. Not bad at all. The good thing about Costco spinach is if you do start to wash it, you see the green stuff floating around, the little bits. I don't know what that is, but I could do without it. Got our other bowl here on the side. And a few leaves in here that I'm gonna toss like that. Yuck. And it's like 2.5 pounds of spinach. That's a lot of spinach. Let's mix the water up and agitate it like laundry, just to get all the, who knows what's inside of here. I'm not seeing any bugs. Just a few wilted leaves. Well, they're not even wilted, just subpar, so to speak. I mean, like this is subpar. This right here, yuck. All that in there, subpar. That's not bad. The very last of the spinach. I've already used about 1/2 pound, so it's probably about 2 pounds of spinach. This right here is probably all that's going in the trash. Next is to heat a pot of water, and I'm going to throw all the spinach in there and wilt it. But first, chop it, wilt it, strain it. So I'm going to get this and start boiling it. Now for the chopping part, it's nice and wet and sticky. I'm going to take this spinach and kind of roll it up, slice it down, slice it and dice it. And one of the things this is going to do is that when I cook it, I could throw it in there whole, but it's stringy, and I don't like stringy. I want everything to be spinach tasting with lots of even green color instead of strips. And the best way to get that is to chop it down, break down the fibrous tissues in the spinach. We're going to break it down so it's not so stringy while that water's heating up. It doesn't have to be super perfect. It just needs to be chopped down so that when I mix it up, that it's all incorporated and not stringy. I just do some regular about 1-inch slices, and then if you turn it sideways and do a few cross slices. After it wilts down, it's going to be plenty compact. It also incorporates better into my stuffing. So again, this is kind of a rough chop. I'm not trying to really dice it down good. I just want to rough chop it so that it reduces the stringiness when I incorporate it. You see how chopping it down reduces the size over here? It went from a giant bowl to about half a giant bowl. So I'd say this is 8 cups of unchopped spinach. It's reduced down to 4 cups, and after I wilt it, it's going to be about 2 cups. Yeah, let's get this chopped down. Real rough cut. I like to roll the ends of the spinach when I cut it so that it's like a nice ball, so I'm getting big chunks of spinach diced up at a time. Chopping board's sliding all over the place. So you can see how I'm taking that big bag of Costco spinach and just doing away with it. First by reducing its volume, by slicing it up and then wilting it, and then mixing it with a whole bunch of other stuff like eggs. Eggs is always the best combination with spinach. Then quiche, spinach balls, spinach meatballs. Well, they're not meatballs, but spinach balls. And it's always using egg and breadcrumbs as a binder, or just breadcrumbs and maybe almond powder or some other types of powder to add volume and bind it. I think that big bag of spinach is like $4. So if you really think about it, that Costco bag of spinach for $4 is a whole lot of spinach for just $4. The biggest part too is to get these stems cut down. When it comes to stringiness, the stems can be the biggest culprit because they don't break down and they stay nice and long. So getting these stems chopped up, super helpful. I mean, not like super chopped, but just broken down. Actually, I still have a lot of spinach. Okay, let's clean this up. My water has boiled. So now that my water has boiled, I'm gonna pour it over the spinach. hot. And give the spinach a nice mix in this hot water. This is going to wilt it. Wilting actually is going to remove a large portion of water from the spinach. Now I'm breaking it up, mixing it in really good. Oh, the spinach is blanched in this nice hot water. Let that set aside.